Good morning, good people. So we're out as a trio today, not a trio of Brits, but myself, Mark on his Harley, and we're going to meet up with the Samurai Ronin again, and we're going to have a little play in and around Taif. But this is my last ride in Saudi before I come back to the UK for 3.5–4 weeks. But I think today I'm going to just quickly talk about positivity versus negativity. I've noticed whilst going through some of my archive footage, I've noticed while going through some of my Saudi footage that I am very, very good at moaning. This shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm sure I've said in a previous blog that one of the things I'm looking forward to doing is using this as an opportunity to get a bloody good moan off my chest. But I have been somewhat disheartened about how little positivity I've tried to put in my videos. Life is not all bad. Life could be much worse for me. And I used to pride myself on the fact that I was always a glass half full kind of bloke. Used to annoy the ex-missus massively that she used to get upset over things, and I used to be like, yeah, it's fine, we'll sort it out, because that's just the kind of guy I used to be. Sadly, the events in my life over the last 2 or 3 years have probably contributed quite heavily to me losing that positive outlook I used to have on life. I don't know, I guess over the last couple of weeks I've kind of had a bit of a watershed moment, an epiphany if you will, the light bulb moment. Ding! And I'd like to maybe use this as an outlet to try and put a positive spin on my life, put a positive spin on my circumstances, and perhaps see if we can to be a shining light for people and you know, a positive influence in people's lives, rather than constantly putting people or things or whatever down. I mean, I think part of the epiphany was that Brexit video. Yes, it was raw. Yes, I laid into people, some of whom needed laying into, but on the whole I watched that video back and I was a little bit, not ashamed, not appalled, but I wasn't 100% happy with what I'd recorded and the tone that I was using and the holier than thou preachy type attitude. I'm hoping to change that. I want to try and get back to my happy glass half full sense. I'm earning a pretty decent salary. I'm travelling the world. I've got a lot of opportunities. This job has opened a lot of doors for me. Admittedly, I took it because it was, well, it was basically the best option open to me. It was because I needed to come out and do this job, rather than because I specifically wanted to come out and do this job, given my circumstances. But I came out here to make it an opportunity, and I should be looking at the positive side of what I want to do, rather than reflecting back on the why I'm out here because of the bad circumstances that led to me taking this job. For those of you who know me, for those of you who understand my circumstances, I think this is finally me starting to let go. The other thing that's inspired me to try and maintain a slightly more positive outlook is actually Chase on Two Wheels. I'm not a Chase on Two Wheels subscriber, maybe I should be, but I am a Smo subscriber. Smo's recently taken advantage of an opportunity that was presented to him to go out to Atlanta and spend some time with with Chase on Two Wheels and the other motor vloggers that are out in that area. Whilst they were out there, they went to a big biker meet in Atlanta or Georgia, might have whichever one it was, and there was an incident, and I saw Chase on Two Wheels. It popped up in my recommended he hit him, we have to do something, and it was basically somebody hit my biker mate who I've known and loved for a long time, and I'm really annoyed and I'm really upset by it, which is understandable, you know. The guy was quite badly hurt, and it was caused by another biker not paying much attention. Now that I can totally understand why somebody would make that video. What Chase did next really surprised me. Chase then proceeded to record another video which he put out shortly afterwards, apologising for ripping into the guy who put one of his best mates in hospital, critically ill, and tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket. And his explanation why really struck a chord with me. I will put a link in the description to said videos, go and check them out. The crux of his video was, I have 500,000 subscribers, I have a lot of influence over people, simply because people listen to what I say. These things are all relative, but he's absolutely right. He set out to do his motovlog channel to put a positive influence out there, and his ripping into the guy that put his mate in hospital, in his opinion, he regrets, because it's not a positive video, it's not a positive spin, it's not a, there's not much good gonna come out of ripping into somebody else for causing an accident who was also injured and has also lost out financially in his bike and so on and so forth. And like I say, that to have the balls, it's totally understandable to make the first video he did in the first place. Yeah, for him to take stock of his reaction and to try and go out of his way to put a positive spin on the situation from everybody's perspective, and to actually apologise for doing something that pretty much everybody else would have found to be fairly reasonable, I've got a lot of fucking admiration for that. That takes some balls, that really does. So it's sort of that powerful positivity message has made me look at my content in a slightly different way, and I'm hopefully going to be a bit more positive about things in the near future. What can I do differently? What is the point of negativity? I said in an earlier video that one of the reasons why I wanted to do this was because I get wound up and I get frustrated and I get pent up at work during the week, which is true. And I was looking forward to coming out on the bike and just basically letting rip on life as a way of getting it off my chest. But I've been doing this for a couple of months now. Do I feel any better during the week for letting rip and getting it all off my chest at a weekend? Well, actually, no, I don't. Especially when I'm editing my videos and I'm not happy with the content is the wrong thing to say, but I'm not getting that warm, fluffy feeling from recording and editing and putting up these videos that maybe I thought I was going to be. So I need to look at changing my tack, and that is going to start with me. I'm not getting the benefits from being a negative person. I'm not getting the benefits from ranting and raving and this is wrong and somebody should be doing something different. There's plenty of people in the UK that do that don't find their way onto YouTube, and they're not happy. So positivity. I need to get back to again, this was a part of rediscovering who I am. This was a part of me getting myself back out there and ready to integrate into UK civilization. I've discovered that I'm still a long way off that. So maybe I need to, well, there's no maybe about it. I want to do something about it. I want to try and enjoy, I want to try and find the good things about life and share them with everybody else. Without wanting to be totally unrealistic, obviously, because life is not always a bed of roses, life is not always happy and fluffy and all the rest of it. Sometimes people need a bloody good kick up the arse to pop their fucking ideas up. Sometimes people need an arm round them and a hug. Chin up, mate. Hopefully I may have struck a chord. Hopefully I might inspire a bit of self-reflection in your own lives. Please feel free to put a comment in the boxes below. Don't forget you can check me out on Facebook, DME Vlogs. And don't forget you can chat to me on Twitter. That's my main social media outlet, at Mr. Chip Murphy. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Assalamu.